Pablo hashtag still maintain national youth organizer for the opposition NDC. One national youth organizer, Era Pablo Atnasi, and it is clear, says he see the party for near see him for no amana sa kwenya ne say even though you me no moment to hold there, but be the dance say almost on Sanfa enko 2024. Na nkunima party the judi say omubenya no onye part of that nkunimdie because of the contribution all these while to present day NDC and the preparedness amodi ko share 2024 inti one amodi aba hashtag still Pablo na masade ba kwa ka ba hashtag maintain Pablo the third one amdi aba no ye ose fata and amdi asoso e dey amama akwaba
yeah ni amama hin the already know what
oh say yeah there be anyone na aye adwuma wa ha sebi entimi nka say e dey ensa we na ekwachire yekuru mu kwan and the good thing is also that it's not just because you know we adwuma wa ha and now you nuana what demonstrate your party
yeah performance it is not what demonstrate your party what we've done with the youth wing, you know, everybody Joe wa own penocre and our own and I didn't do this alone. They become deputies too, you know, and the regional youth organizers, and then most especially constituency youth organizers. I mean, have also done extremely well. And with all this, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has been the backbone of the national chairman, the penny for Mata Party. You know, we'll continue to say thank you for their support.
Okay, so party to say.
Nyamiadum, Bibia Kosowa, and I'm saying you're starting registrations. You're sending teams into the regions. I'm saying teams now about China, you be share now your review. And I'm saying in the coming days we'll put out a schedule for your branch elections, no, and then we'll do constituencies region, maybe Ababe national. But as it stands now, the Bibia Boko over the weekend, regional chairman in Akushia or Upper West region. Not the guest of honor was the national chairman Era Samodo. From what we hear. And also Koye, they had a retreat for our regional chairman. You know, and I can assure everybody with TNZ, by the time a baby internal processes now you go through, no, not problems that you encounter in the run up to the 2020 elections. No, now you're solving in areas where we identify challenges, like in the Ashanti region, in the Eastern region, in our source, and it has been a very deep-rooted process that you go through. For the first time under the leadership of His Excellency President Mahama, Chairman Ampofo-Adjei, we have gone through phases from 2021, right after the Supreme Court. You started your friend original retreats. A research team went around, did the whole research about where we did well, where we didn't do well, what may have gone wrong. And a national retreat where every region came with a group. And they assess the performance of the party. It's alien, you assign bar regions. Every region, different regional retreats. Constituency per constituency. These are national executives. National executives, the Babi Shai. And thank you to our President Mama DNM. Call all the 16 regions. Thank you, Tom.
So, I almost at the PAM season 1, you didn't couldn't very much. Or that's all open PAM, and Atadia, the Obe host to Jumedino at the PAM season 2, no, or Natadia, or shall I say, Anopa, a year, no seer, into the idea say, no, what you prepare for only a week at Adiano. Now, for the Obe host to a year season 2, no.
Dear friend, thank you to President Mama and I dear Nimo. You chingana in any other Ghana for us. And when we near them out, that's over 6 million Ghanaians went out to vote for His Excellency President Mahama. A party that in government suffered sad defeats. No? So it was just proper setback. And I end there, Australian results they compile it, and then they play out. You didn't say we didn't lose the elections, but in their course. After that, near Frey, your TC family in your cousin there. You really in idea, I will say your Konya assess the strength of the party at the branches.
Okay.
Dear friend of outreach. All national officers, all former ministers, all former MCs, all former national officers, your constitute team. It's a Eastern Regional, the regional executives, no, and then we just didn't go and meet in constituency offices. We visited every branch. So out of the 38,000 plus branches, no, 34,800 plus branches, no, a national team went around to all the branches to assess the true strength of the party. If you will be about all the report, but a set up committee at the secretariat. And then when we come back, we do what we call an exit conference. For instance, in Ashanti region, in the exit conference, President Mama was seated in it. And he said, of course, everybody takes his minutes, everybody takes his notes. And then we rolled out. If you start saying, you get replacement of ID cards. Or man on ID cards, you replace them. You now. You about the next phase of giving out new members. NDC aya kono pa. It has become NDC aya kono papa. Really? The number of people who are fighting to get party ID cards.
NDC.
Of course, yes. Today, me and we are the biggest political party in this country. Go to our party office right now. I'm going to apply for cards. The plastic cards, no, 20 Ghana cedis. And the setup, we've moved. You're migrating party, no. You're migrating onto a digital platform. With a click of a button, with me, Adjei ID card. Apart from this, thing is working with different innovations. And then with a click of a button, Google Apps Play Store, thing for app or no. You can register to become a member of TIN if you're a student of the university. So a lot of transformations have happened within the NDC. And I can assure you that the NDC is on sound footing now. Say, Nyame, Eya Adoma, Yebefa Yentuma Pefra in 2024. Apart from the challenges that are confronting Ghanaians, no, I can assure the good people of this country, say, the kind of Ejuma ya yesi them, no, any reforms are yedeba, any policy proposals, they be solving Ghanaians' problems, no. When you now whoever will lead us in the obvious choice, no, who is likely to lead us. But policy say they are rescue on my way are. The problems that confront Ghanaians, I can assure you that the NDC has solutions to solve Myanmar air course
I see. So Kumasi said the challenge is about
oh, my engineer and Kremlin to time. But we've identified all the problems.
Munko be compromising my party. Loyalty was in question.
I am not sure those were the main issues. And yet, that was not the main issue. There were technical challenges. And as a political organization, the good news is that you identify what the problems are. But to be present for compromise, I don't want to believe that anybody compromised anything anyway. There were issues. The issues have been identified, and I can assure you that in due time, it will be fixed.
Okay. Why do you think NDC are attractive? There's that possibility, say, maybe at 2024.
In contemporary, I want the limits. It is a utrantrana. They called President Mama incompetence. But in the history of the Fourth Republic, this is the most useless government I am.
Useless, they are not.
I have a difficulty when I use the word useless. If incompetent in Yatim, they are useless in Yatim. Funyam Kite is
useless.
Exactly. Suni Faso. Say me Ketri Kasa say this is Abanya Suni and Faso bia. Me the Bible from where say.
You know what say.
Me the Bible from where say.
Aya be fa bofu sa no hye. Aban we dey ne ho Faso dey hu.
Aban we Suni. This is Abanya Esumba ye Faso bia.
Yeah.
Me your literal translation useless. Say if incompetent and Yatim they are useless in me Yatim.
Incompetent your modern boy anya ni so.
And Adie Suni me Faso. Because Usuni me Faso me do atem.
Where you buy no crane be based on the
at the moment Usunimi Faso bia me do atem. This government is about we ye twaba e ma ban so bra be solving problems. Immediately government becomes a problem. For me now say yes.
A problem.
About Akufo-Addo Kenoforiata Mahmoud Bawumia the biggest problem that confronts the average Ghanaian every day. It's if the government is your problem. So far, it is the most useless thing to me. So if we didn't see incompetence as an insult, if serving is useless, it's useless. This government is here because it's only for it has not served the purpose of what governments should serve. Abamba ebe resolve problems. Emma me know. Abai we buy me know your problems are compound, and I'll give you just 3 of it. Health insurance is in a mess. The Obu Kafa NDC who about health insurance. NDC never went 7 months in arrears. Health insurance. Today we can go 1 year, 6 months. Find out from the service providers.
Dr. Kohodum no.
That's nothing Oko.
And I make Dr. Kohodum.
Nothing Oko. Okay. I wish him well. On the menu I wish him well. But that is the reality of health insurance. Basic education. Oman is always say or men beer destroy the education system. Basic education. For the last 3.5 years, assessor curriculum, textbooks, I will say the train Kodana dear. 3.5 years will show you so. My body will say I'm a bread. Our education is in a mess, from what I am hearing. And I've heard senior university dons talk about it, say they even want to reintroduce entrance examinations. No? Because first batch of free SHS4 Eco University, no, the performance is low. I'm sure you've heard it. So they want to introduce. So when you destroy the education sector, look at what is happening at the secondary school. Even feeding Adriane, what they go from back to good school, Adriane cry a problem. Untumi ya, there's untumi intra, men spell it. Then the third thing I'll tell you is the petrol prices. There are 12 different taxes on petroleum products. Apart from the mismanagement of the economy, I affect the currency. No? And then, CD to the dollar, 8 CD 20 pesos. 8.2. So, CD now compare dollar to you understand I'm being. President Mama was doing 3.9. You called him incompetent.
That's not true.
You called him incompetent. You can Google and check. On the 7th of January, 2017, CD to the dollar was 3.9. You can Google and check.
It was 4.2.
They say it was 3.9. You can Google and check.
Okay, what the cost?
So what's here? And then in 4 or 5 years, 5 years, 8.2.
The factors inside of the account. Factors.
What are the factors?
Factors I ask you for.
What were the factors? What were the factors? What factors now affect? You see, what people don't know, they say, during President Mahama time, no, the world did not suffer the kind of crisis the world needs suffer, no. Because currently it's the world that is going through all this. But Ghana and the third world economies, no, as so far the West commodities markets, no, the prices of cocoa fell drastically between 2013 and 2014. The prices of oil, depending on our oil revenue, oil producing country, dropped drastically between 2013 and 2014. Where can a finance minister, eco parliament twice to revise the budgets. Because we're depending on oil, gold, and cocoa. Those were the 3 major exporters are MIA income. The prices fell beyond the world market prices. So our budget was thrown overboard. This is where crises are producing economies so far. It was not a world that was going through a crunch. But it affects, and it is worse. Find out from the economists and they'll tell you that period was worse than what we are encountering now. Because in Nema now producing, prices are dropping. So you could not even meet your revenue targets. Okay. But even that, we did not see this level of mismanagement. Why is the finance minister running away from parliament? Why is he running away? COVID, see how many years? Heritage Fund, Mabedi. Stabilization Fund, come and give account of the 1 billion World Bank, to me, 2 years after COVID, that we don't have an audited account for COVID. And we've had senior members, me pacho, ebe do so, kwanu tu me do so, no be kan dia ope.
We be kan dia.
Oh, the pen of the can Richard. You have been here. You watch you.
Pablo,
the sad aspect is that COVID, we've had senior members of the NPP on radio tell you and I how they expended COVID funds. Send the tomatoes on markets. We've heard how the chairman party for. Would you let me finish?
What am I?
Jamaica.
What can I say for 1 hour?
Over time, we are late. The literature has out.
Program 38, and then I'm watching 10. And there's no more day near 8.
That's 17.
Someone can money find some panambra.
COVID fund. You check COVID funds and you check tomatoes. COVID started and I scan. You can be say, hey, Kwame Fosu after COVID. Problem beba. And we even had MPs fighting ministers about how the money was being expended and yet 2 years after. Me no ye sika o man hene. Bosia da ye ko boy no. En sika nyina na de che ye yo. Sika na the stabilization fund nim. Na me no ye sika ye de to hono mo. So asem sia ye be di. Bu ho contact right. The for parliament am person.
Okay.
So now doctor. Why is this government not a problem?
Me that's be o man hen. NDC ni youth organizer. MPP aban no be useless man. Esu ni mfa so ma no e no correct na sema o kan no as NDC youth organizer or nani abrese o pese amam PP amam woni mfiro no mbra no na asem o kan no de ni tirimu de office no correct but Ghana ni bia office emra MPP aban ba be sisabre no be mo atia sese se ye ka aban beba na nipa nya so mfa so a MPP aban since independent aban bia mae emma Ghana for enya no so mfa so sada omahe MPP aban enkwa na aba Ghana ha me call education sector ma call health ma call other sectors achro and I buy o see woni bibi ye all you sika no ye ma ho kwan a nipa ebe chedi obi enya so mfa so bi enti ye mfa sa sika no entria ye ma school fees free education you tria and class school fees examination fees from emra be starting from SS1 cause on be school saban ya awofo enya opumfa so including NDC for emma efum na free education so ni mfa so ebra ura mahama na papa wa minister ananko wo sikampo no emra ono ni papa wo sikampo no free education ko no ye yini frachi motade ne ko no so nko enjoy free education na papa bit me school fees ene Ghana ni bia kokoba jifaba abraba obi bia enjoy free education sa ban wo su esu ni mfaso a aban ben na so be mfaso ama wo ade MPP NDC aban ben want me anye aban wo ye obaye hwe ekwan ayaye no man mu ha. There's no government in our history now constructed the level of kilometer of roads aban we aye. Inti sabani useless man now assuming for someone because of your selfish parochial interest in Pablo. Because what really say enya onkwa de say what buy the power there nya buy be bia no de unhu so faso obeda ya buy omahi within the entire 8 years of NDC any 19 years of NDC PNDC open na Ghana ambulance NDC for nya akwaso ko fa ba no ko fa trotro no be 23 of them trotro say yemfa ambulances and the MPP are buying. There's no constituency or district in Ghana any more ambulance you will even backup for national stock sabano or useless man and then awofo apemfo yenua mo benya accident on the road and any major medical incident biano these issues omunya solution no can national health insurance open enya na credit say national health insurance the service provider ka 1.5 years and you know correct omudi yanka the good things in say me I mean that in that sector and I may facility accept health insurance until me catch you cannot tell me say who see me sector na me facility facility and accept national health insurance. I'm telling you, sir, it is not true, sir. 1.5 years in me. That's how I'm saying. I know I say, I say, no, who the man can work? Who made you to talk good among friends? The next thing, Kwame Nkrumah, the entire period of Kwame Nkrumah, the factories will be here. You have about 40 plus factories. Under this government, factories, near brand new, near buy egu, I this gashemu. Near I will order that I have more setting new assembly lines. So say you can call 130. 130 factories. I created job for close to 200,000 Ghanaians. Saban a useless man one who did.
And unemployment is still high.
Unemployment and this more employer be as any problem. Mo fra ban mu no. So mo employ Ghana for nyina. Say any problem. Mo manya what kind of situation the world is finding itself in now no. Mo kra na Canadian po no mutumi nya bi maye. Yeah, there's almost 5 years. You could not address the challenges of power crisis.
Let's fix doom so.
When the head office here, remember you quotation from Ampofo-Adjei, March 20, if I say, New York has that situation.
I'm not saying that we fix doom so.
Open what I say, yes, I say, what MPP any the world in Ghana find itself in, and yet the problem of MPP are buying, and then another for the rubber. Any other minister you want to mention? Oh my. And then we can say demonstration goes to America, UK demonstration, Spain, India. Countries go through recessions, fuel prices, and then the prices of goods and services, grocery, and the prices are off the roof across the globe. Countries like see any almost car, or man for Ghana for the repression control. Ni pay. On nowadays, America baby food. And who by yet things a form like the man a more fry a woman no munyabi a child the military affairs a career and a call Germany in other countries equal patcho SSA a baby food America. Ufi said anybody would have sat down and thought say and never in the history of the world America be called cap in arms begging for baby food and a baby formless because of the kind of situation we find ourselves. And then for boy kosra and then because you say pre-COVID era, how the economy was going, how things were happening, and then you attribute it to COVID, you attribute it to Russian-Ukrainian incident. Obi obe katena ni bia no person kind of, and then me no say Nigeria fuel shortage, cars order TV, share of the Nigerian channels, fuel shortage. I can't say queue fuel filling stations. I can't say Nigeria, the biggest oil producing country in West Africa. Koshe omunya fuel. Ghana nyamia Adom. And then management star na one winter to name. Yeah, gas bibia ya solve problem bia Ghana. Me to imagine kasa omanmo a oshunyamba amanmo. Me to kasa nema bon kosoro. Meet kasa say nipa be try jadwo. Meet kasa e friend say nipa bi mu enya adwuma. Because can say emra COVID by no close to 60,000 people were laid off because of COVID. E people hotels omahin uni hotels are close down because of COVID. Media stations are close down and also more reduce you and almost okay amount for baby because of COVID. Institutions, any other manufacturing companies, their activities were affected. Obi are not exporting any finished products and actually raw materials because of the disruption in the global supply chain. Or man, you not sign money in anything koso. And Sanyama we are koso. We are total Niama. Utia Usu. And then Minoka say, you see, the world of Africa, you can't. In terms of the cost of electricity, Ghana is cheapest. Where is
that coming?
That's what the sector ministers talked about.
That's not even the sector minister. You know the sector, but you can check. There's a check.
We are the cheapest.
For my MCU, you can check.
We are the cheapest in the
I'm not now the MCU, you know, they always say that a problem you got constituency now. Not one, not two. Let's be fair to the facts. A buy we buy, and near man in Puntu or the about my. And in China, companies, industries are cashier. That's why the moment we have over 6 car assembling plants or more. Your Toyota or more assemble password. Your VW Passat. Your Sano truck. Your other count Munina Bagana. I didn't know buy because of that. She said buying that to you, and now they're two for my Ebois. Because of that, and they assemble cars. So I say, you're near my buying a year. COVID the occasion. COVID by a chest. COVID. Didn't you hear say? NBSSI na edisika support ya mamu. Yenu mamu, yenu mamu, and we are into various businesses across the country. Our people use the money and help turn the economy around. Now, we COVID period, the economy was growing over 5.6%. Every more NDC for number for Konyano so. Now, a growth rate, I'm saying. And then BBB, you know what is happening. But you see, MPP, yeah, we are good at this, facing challenges that we meet. Emra COVID by o man pay me yet say you be making sure say sika you be spend near save Ghana for anything less than 2,000 Ghanaians we America amahin etwem 1 million. Etwem 1 million.
What did you do for COVID?
At 1 million.
Africa, the person who
the whole world, I'm not a ranking country, ranking countries on activities. I save the lives and the management of the COVID. Ghana, it also too. Who is Japan for another country beyond OBTA? No country, including the lives of America, Germany, Holland, Canada, and all those countries, Obiano BTA, because the management and the strategy in your made good form. One won't no one no kasa say Yamushi. So we are Kasa bring Kabe who say Ubemu Bibi. Because Nyama nipa de yes so mu near holding on na containing pressure no near bois. I am even feeling kasa bring nipa salary will feel never school fees. Kabe so buy bibi. Mo emra na wiase kro bibi ekoye mamu no. Nursing teacher training allowance come twa mu nyina. You pay a restore. This patient me twa on time. Nim say e dey betua. Also e dey happy say aban at every point in time. Sika bi aban be generate bia no. Areas kakra obi an aban resolve more. You buy teachers and teachers require for over for instance 90,000 teachers because of free education. Have workers. Omahi Menoka say you kika 115,000 health workers from allied health, laboratory technicians, medical doctors, nurses, and all these people. You form within this period, and this is form of saying. You buy Omahi medical doctors. Omo person mo specialize. Now omo go Ghana I say no mutin be boa we health sector no. Omahi obi a medical doctor be okọ and masters or specialize bia no. You man free education on trade school fees. Aban nurses MPP aban can was me. MPP and this aban all the period you know. And then na mo we here want to know say mo say apart from confirm as on taba and a payment of unnecessary offense judgment that. And then mo to do say mo say mo ye boa Ghana for be kai mo. You can growth infrastructure. Mo in terms of even we are circle interchange, much in Pajam Somo. You buy your Tama, your beach road, you're almost 3 on the beach road. Yeah,
take you credit for Tama. Take you credit for Tama.
No,
now how is it? Managing my job will be a Casa.
Yes, a PC or a Tapadi. It tells you the government in Yama Bay. The road infrastructure, yeah. Look how proactive the road minister is. Making sure say issues be about no assume no gusu no obo. You will not like everything under the MPP. Because you buy me say be a manager won say be a omo ana so mo ye boni be say you fast track na ye dem fa mra kwan so no aba no ye oh ye hwe na enka man e kan sa ne man be say I wouldn't be happy with some of those arrangements. But say you case aban obetutu niama no be buamba nipa ampumdin akoso nipa in terms of medical facilities ya buy mu Eurojet projects are muko inaugurate before na chance investment Ghana hospital phase 1 ora mills na chance omu amama onka ho bi and then phase 2 na na dan kwakufa do a chance ewie
what phase 2 as
ewie and you know it.
Yeah, University of Ghana,
your first 2 years.
But it didn't start with them.
No, it didn't start. I'm saying, phase 2. Phase 2, the complete starting point with
MPP.
Yeah.
MPP, they started phase 2. Yeah. From beginning to the end.
I've been there.
And you see how magnificent the project is.
Yeah, I've been there.
What am I saying? And this is near Mills starting in Ukraine. I know Ramama. Or only Mushino. Yeah, but on the helicopter. On the helicopter. Let me almost on there.
But clearly, John Mahama, Mills,
let them give some of the credit. Let them give some of the credit to Mills. There will be an idea only Mushi Crepo. Omokanka rich Mills. So, Mama, a man, you could understand Sano. Within that 4-year period, and they didn't know ye. And when I end this year, Frequency, so, my inflation over 15%. Now, Sabre Kobe, we are seeing Yoshua, and American inflation at all-time high. Sabre, that's only been new. Now, you did buy a bedroom, if I say 8.2. Interest rates move from 32-34%. You did buy some of the banks were even taking 16-19. We know the challenges are coming at
28.
What was it? It's still better than your 34 and the 32.
We're never at 34.
So that's why you left it.
We never
that's why you left it. Oh my, you're buying taxes.
Oh, dog, they hear to say, partner, say, system, what brilliant issue. People are fine-tuning and finding solutions and prescribing solutions for more money. The issue about Ukraine and Russia, nobody doubts it. In fact, the impact, especially on oil and grains, fertilizer, you can't run away from it. The impact of COVID, clearly you can still not run away from it. But no question say, young kasa or mine. Sa nyoma we nyina ACC wo wiase no. A o man bia edwen no hihye nyoma ehwe ni sika semo ntutu ye no. Yen and another dan Kwakufuado Ghana for. E de na
very good. Me that's baby o man. Yes, a question will be son. No, o man simple. Emra ye hu the challenges o man no face because of global challenges ye nyina go through because of one COVID and two Russia-Ukraine issues. Am I the measures be very good? First, on in terms of your budget, you receive budget cuts. Expenditure by the executive, you receive 30% cut. In your measures. In terms of line budget items, if you say any idea, so immediate, emergency in nature, I buy no scrap on I buy no put to other measures to try and provide some cushioning for the people. That's why now what is say you use staff and she say so. I buy no I and say within the next 2 years, close to 3 billion is going to be given to younger population to start various businesses. And no there is tiny businesses around. What do I say? I know there is tiny business around. I buy any despite I buy the ban will reduce taxes. I remove some taxes. I introduce some new taxes. The cumulative effect of what the government has done is I buy in terms of your taxes, I buy you remove 12 of them. Now you reduce 4 of them. It tells you I buy freely for the people. The cumulative effect of increment and reduction in power sector tariffs, and it shows I buy a tip power so by 11%. We are making sure that the productive sectors of the economy receive a major boost and a lot of investment. I understand. As a democratic environment, we need to always account to the people. Nti mmerɛ so na nipa bisa question say e benya abotre ni nyasa kasa na abotre ani akyerɛkyerɛ nima mu akyerɛ yɛ mama but ɛno no nkyerɛ sɛ wa da na ho te sɛ saa maame na ɔwɔ Solomon ba akokɔ da ne ba so kunu na ba akɔ de ne ba nkogu na edu sɛ yɛ de ne kopi ɔhene ne mo se ba mi na akora ne yɛ ne ba no dɔ ɔman na ɔdɔ akora na ɔse o akora we de se maame say ne ba kwa na o da nya hwe onyina ye na besoma no mfa no ma no ba ko no anya ne ba na ati say NDC ni minia Paulo mu ne owura se ni nkete ne owura mahama mo de adwemfi enya mo kwa de hwe nkoye na bibia se no o so mu chempe mu cha abofra no NDC for attitude no yemfa mu oman NDC kwa na emne so na bibisi oman mu a owura mahama etimi kwasisa videos from Nigeria any fagana kakra bi kan no afraid diplomatic community no they call to omanim say ayawaso of course you didn't see some of the videos were coming from Nigeria.
You saw videos from ayawaso.
Those videos not short videos. Some of them were from Nigeria. I tell you, we've even contested it.
You contested it where?
Of course.
You contested it where?
Sorry, Omahin. Listen, me no Omahin.
Dr.
Omahin. Me can't.
You think that the former president
he did that.
He did what?
But is beyond that? Is that another more serious thing? Is that another more serious thing? Ora Mahama or call Harvard. Now, Emra na minu command the speech. You can minu in the introduction be now. Share this for about on be chairman afano. Obi atubia farmer share button o anya man. Yen chair function. Ti me come ground officer. Ono wa target o be share button. Oko kan science no. What transfer kan? O kan primary yasu nyina hu say Ghana any other developing countries, any most African countries, face the ravages of COVID-19, any Russian, Ukraine, Nti ye nyema mu ye bre obedu Ghana o se nye COVID enye Russian, Ukraine but we bia ye kura kufare ni ba wo bia
omo ye pick
omo nimnya o ye koso we ase ho your mama o man kasaka so mo kan mo kada na mo adwan ni se abia omo basa ye gusu etutu nyema no Yeah, we will continue to resolve the problem facing the country. Yeah, any Ghana for be dini. The Bama Ghana from the Korea was him. Propaganda, the Obaka, men do a bone the Korea. Who do our Casaya, Obi and Mushi, Obi and Yansson, Michel, Ghana ni be all Obiano, Obi teacher, on you say, a buy bear, Unyason Faso. Obianka, and ya buy the Bayanka Sabonia Jumano, who's a buy Bonyason Faso. One qua and this in a beer, so MC, and no one a beer how. Who know how until so useless, a very useless amount because can say what the woman into a friend and the Jatutu Yamana Mosano. It's my money how be brave, men fly bands are useless. Me Rama, Minister of Mon Modi.
Okay,
what
so
I mean, catchers were useless in that.
Okay, Mamin Fawim quickly, Ghana Journalists Association, letter of resignation, and it's to Mr. Afelmani, President, Ghana Journalists Association. Dear Sir, letter of resignation. I am by this letter indicating that I have resigned as chairman of the Elections Committee of the Ghana Journalists Association. My reasons are personal and is signed, yours sincerely, Osei Kwadwo Adom, Esquire, and also Wasai Secretary. Essential for your elections, and this is for the people who've picked up their on the ballot paper. This is where they find themselves. GJ election ballot, Dave Agbenu picks first spot, Gerhard Mensah, Albert Jumfor picks second, third in presidential ballot. So at long last, the battle yesterday ended with the Ghana Journalists Association holding a ballot picking exercise to determine the position of each of the contestants for the various positions to occupy on the ballot paper. At the Ghana International Press Center at Osu in Accra, the editor of the Ghanaian Times picked the #1 slot from the balloting process, placed first on the presidential ballot paper for the GJA's presidential slot. Mr. Gerhard Mensah, a media consultant, was placed second on the ballot paper, while Mr. Albert Kwabena Jumfor of the Atenka Media Group Village, an incumbent organizing secretary of the GJA, picked the third ballot, which puts him at #3 on the presidential ballot paper. The other 3 positions being contested are the General Secretary, Organizing Secretary, and the Public Affairs Officer. Mr. Ampofo-Adjei of the Multimedia Company is the #1 on the General Secretary slot, with Mr. Edmond Kofi Yeboah placed #2 on the ballot paper. The incumbent Public Affairs Officer of the GJA, Mary Mensah of the Daily Graphic, takes #1 position of the Organizing Secretary's ballot paper, while Dominic Hosi of the GBC is placed second. Ms. Rebecca Ikpe, online editor of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, is placed at the first slot on the Public Affairs position, while Caesar Agba Gali is placed second. And so that's it, and on. You have their photographs here. Ghana Journalists Association election soon. Watch the space. You be doing communina a day at show. But you come back now. If you remember,
resignation letter say near Okuja to touch on it. And now no Jennifer a betting committee.
Don't forget season 2 at the PAM. And a home community in Aberbrowne, a Guso Kyle say, Bemme Bodjuma and Chibia, you have a died shaman Eddie Nafi, Jimedina Kosukama and say, Pablo still maintain or Sefata, Anna Menenoa, Anna Fi, Doctor.
What's that you for Ganazano?
Doc.
That's me on country.
We were Jumano.
A Pablo, you for the money, Chairman Biana Bibia.
Okay, so back to Lawyer Pablo.
Omahine, quick rebuttal.
Rebuttal bimu.
Richard,
that's more can you about 2 hours.
Richard,
Omahine, young person topic for frustration.
Topic here, a born to petrol.
Richard here. They say you have the health insurance card 1 year, 6 months. Or say no problem. No actually.
Then cash your money.
Oh,
or
system.
1 year, 6 months.
The last meeting now, Jan Selby knew more year. And son of Baba Corner. The voices are out. There 1 year, 2 months. That is about 4 months ago. That is about 4 months ago. Yes. I don't say almost that time. I say almost expected tranche. The KBB finance about. as I speak to you, the Caribbean fee financing. So be born in your country.
When was
the last time? When was the last time I won yes? When was the last time I won yes?
No. When was the last time? No, Kenya frank to the system.
When was the last time I won yes?
No, Kenya frank to the system.
To be frank with you,
una operate eboyen. So when was the last time I won yes?
Me say.
Yeah, democracy in Ghana, democracy.
Oh, to me answer.
Oh, there be over cancer.
Oh, to me.
Ghana, man,
that's why it's you.
Nyambotro.
Ghana,
Mr. You for Ghana.
It's you, there, Kasa.
Me say
Ghana democracy.
Omahe ni di enka.
Ghana democracy.
Me to me njina am kase 2 million na 1 million. What am I say? And me to me njina am kase this number of money. But me pese what you say.
When was the last time when you payment?
Omahe. Me pese me no eti.
No. Unim doc. My
Omahe kase committee. Omahe nkomo na ye do no.
You know, it is not good because one, I am not on top of a car. Ghana National Health Insurance for a day in call for no more. So one way na me ko talk ne de na watona ama me na makuti. My production team is well. Once you are in the system, who the omo ka.
And you want to me.
Mama kase me chiro. Me say, oh, at every point
we
in time,
know the challenges of health insurance. Maybe from the days
of... It's like you have a particular answer that until I say that answer, you are not comfortable. So let me talk.
No, it's not about that. Everyone says, who advertise on multimedia?
I don't know,
my bow shows you see multimedia. Who do you want to say? Me say, me say, I don't know, Mama Kasa. Me trust say, at every point in time, Biano, National Health Insurance, from inception to date, no problem about that.
That's a basic fact. But me make sure say, and yeah, 1 year, 6 months. That's it. And no.
That is saying
because at every point in time, on the enka.
But I don't know private health insurance. Private health insurance. What you are saying means he's misrepresenting the situation.
I am not misrepresenting.
He is doing that.
But you are not telling us when you are private.
Yes, private health insurance companies. Service providers because of the arrangement of health insurance.
But honestly,
the second thing I want to say.
No, but that means that we are going by your point on the production will tell me.
The second point I want to emphasize is that on the arguments of jobs, public sector workers, I will just use public sector workers. The NDC increased public sector workers by 224,000. Maybe your budget statement of 2017, at the end of 2020,
and now can be it's never true. It's never true. I have no one by total freeze only for Ghana.
A total freeze.
There was a total freeze.
On me say I have put out these figures. In 2017,
read the entire thing. Don't mention numbers.
By the end of 2020, the total number of public sector workers increased from 628,000 number 2 year in 2016 to 712,000. Source 2020 budget statement, Appendix 7A. So our job performance, your time, your choir MFI, in your job freeze, no. Offer public education workers, sir. Offer omo EMI, education management information systems data now. You're increasing by 70,000 workers education in Kwao. They should bring their records. And I make
schools better we build them. Yeah, double track in my addition to do what we did. Schools better build there. Because we created a system. The same schools were running.
Are you not surprised? Are you not surprised that
school better build there? Come meeting.
No.
Sir, 23 schools no in room no. Sir, day school so. Okay, day school so I'm school forest. Say mo clear ni pro na. You remember? Okay, so I'm school so forest. Say mo clear ni pro and enko. Sir, abra no more buses. Community no be about 23 kilometers no makosi school. Forest. Am I here? About we buy. Oh, we see. The investment in education sector. I'm not sure
people are disappointed in you this morning.
No,
our records. I may say,
more record.
I leave him to health insurance.
Okay, so Dr. That's my culture. So we have something special coming up at the past season 2. At the Pam rather. Go on, baby, at the Pam. At the Pam.
Our job record season superior to me.
No credit.
Debbie, your mother be a come from him until Munya Butchewa. Enti ye de honsem ne ebro enti make us say de bibia de na kwam ye de ba ye kwa basisi a